Bonjour! Welcome to a new Visiting Paris Neighborhoods video. Today, from Pont Neuf to Place de la Concorde, via the beautiful covered Passage of Paris, we will visit the Louvre Opera neighborhood. Get ready to wander in the heart of Paris like never before, as we embark on a curated journey through 22 must-see spots. We start our journey at metro station Pont Neuf on line 7. The first part of our stroll will bring us to the Louvre Pyramide via the beautiful Pont des Arts. But let's start with a visit to the Samaritaine, the most chic of the 5 department stores we have in Paris. It's a beautiful Art Nouveau building. Then take a few steps on the Pont Neuf, the oldest bridge in Paris, before heading towards the Pont des Arts, here in the distance. This old wooden pedestrian bridge is a true heaven for lovers and romantic people. And it gives some of the most beautiful views on the Seine River. Let's retrace our steps, cross the street and head towards the Café du Louvre. Empty in the early morning, it gets much more people later in the day, and is a beautiful way to go to the Louvre Pyramid and Museum. Completed in 1988, the glass pyramid of the Louvre Museum sits in the middle of the Cour Napoléon, the Louvre's main courtyard. The world's most visited museum, the Louvre displays 35,000 works of art. Here are a few of them. In the second part of our stroll, we will reach the old stock exchange via the palais-royal and the famous covered passage. But first, whatever the time of the day, a stop at Café Marly is a must. For breakfast, lunch, or just for a short pause. What a nice view! Another great café for a stop is Café Nemours on Place Colette. Now let's go to the Palais-Royal garden. In the Palais-Royal's main courtyard, you'll find the surprising Colonne de Buren, a collection of striped columns adding a touch of modern art to this historic courtyard. The Palais-Royal garden is a peaceful retreat adorned with lush greenery amidst the bustling cityscape. Now take the exit at the back of the Colonne de Buren courtyard. This beautiful square, Place de Valois, may seem a little familiar to you. Yes, that's where Emily in Paris is working, at Savoir. In this picturesque square, historic architecture and cozy cafes create a delightful Parisian ambience. This building covered with a metal mesh is the Ministry of Culture. Galerie Véro-Dodat is the first of the famous covered passage that we will visit on this stroll. I made a full video on this passage. You can get to it if you click on the link here on the top right. Continuing our walk, we pass in front of the very large building of the Banque de France. Here is another beautiful Parisian square, the Place des Victoires. It is, with Place des Vosges, Place Dauphine, Place Vendôme and Place de la Concorde, one of the 5 royal squares of Paris. Galerie Vivienne is certainly the most famous of these old covered passages that offer a glimpse into the city's bygone era. By the way, I hope you don't mind me pronouncing it the French way, passage, instead of passage. Pardon my French. In fact, I plan to soon make a video on all the typically Parisian places, objects, customs, and how to pronounce them correctly in French. Tell me in the comments if it seems interesting to you. I see so many videos where they talk about the Musée d'Orsay or Montmartre. I think it would be interesting to have these pronounced correctly. Anyway, back to Galerie Vivienne. I love wandering through its timeless elegance with its glass ceiling, mosaic floors and charming boutiques. At the north exit, you are facing the beautiful building of Bibliothèque Richelieu, National Library of France. Passing in front of the famous Céline Couture house, we now go up the Rue Vivienne. On Place de la Bourse, here's one of my favorite typically French brasseries in Paris, Le Vaudeville. You can watch the video I made about it. It is facing the old stock exchange of Paris. Now let's head towards the Opéra Garnier, not without a few detours. Passage des Panoramas is another one of these old covered galleries that are numerous in this neighborhood. It is one of Paris' oldest covered passages. And where Galerie Vivienne feel luxurious, here vintage charm, gourmet cafes and restaurants and eclectic shops create a nostalgic atmosphere. I particularly like this pub, which mimics an old English train carriage. On the other side of this Grand Boulevard is another passage, Passage Jouffroy. If you want to know how it looks like, once again I refer you to my Paris Passage video. Because for now, we are staying in the Louvre Opéra neighborhood, heading towards the Opéra Comique. Passage du Prince is another beautiful passage, but unfortunately closed for a few more months for renovation work. Just around the corner, one of my favorite hotels in Paris, the Saint-Marc Hotel, which offers the advantage of having a swimming pool in the basement. You can check the video I made on it. And no, as always, I'm not paid by them and the owners are not relatives of me. It is just opposite the street from the beautiful Opéra Comique. Before we go to the other opera, the Opéra Garnier, let's wander a little in this busy neighborhood. We're approaching the Galeries Lafayette. The Galeries Lafayette is Paris' largest department store, where luxury fashion, iconic architecture, and a dazzling glass dome converge to create a world-renowned retail experience. It also offers a great yet free rooftop to admire the City of Light. Here is the dome from the other side. Don't forget to cross the boulevard and enter the Galeries Lafayette Gourmet building. This is a place where culinary excellence meets luxury shopping in the heart of Paris. And their wine cellar on the first floor is a connoisseur's haven, offering a curated selection of fine wines from all around France and the rest of the world. When visiting Galeries Lafayette, do not miss out the opportunity to also wander in Printemps, the other iconic department store on Boulevard Haussmann. It also offers a great shopping experience, also has an amazing Art Deco dome, and also offers a rooftop terrace, but this one with a very enjoyable restaurant with Mediterranean cuisine, Perruche. We finished this part of the stroll at the magnificent Opéra Garnier. Well, for now and for a few other months, this is how it looks due to renovation work. If you have time, do not miss visiting the interior. It is grandiose. If you can't visit the Palace of Versailles, this hall is as beautiful as the Grande Galerie des Glaces in Versailles. And the Opera Hall is just splendid, with its crimson velvets, its golden stuccos, and above all, its incredible ceiling painted by Marc Chagall. The final part of our stroll will lead us to the Place de la Concorde via Place Vendôme and the Tuileries Garden. Discover the epitome of luxury at Place Vendôme, home to prestigious jewelers like Cartier, Van Cleef, Chaumet, the iconic Ritz Hotel, and the stunning Vendôme column in the heart of Paris. The Vendôme column commemorates the military victories of Napoleon Bonaparte, particularly the Battle of Austerlitz in 1805. Adorned with scenes from Napoleon's campaign, it features a statue of Napoleon at its top. For fashion lovers, this is Louis Vuitton's main store in Paris. These arcades along Rue de Castiglione will take us to the Jardin des Tuileries. A 100 meters from here is the famous Angelinati room. We are truly at the heart of Paris, yet we can stroll through the timeless beauty of Jardin des Tuileries, with its meticulously manicured gardens, historic sculptures, and the calming melody of its fountains that offer a serene escape from the bustling city. Thousands of chairs and armchairs welcome the walker for a pleasant rest under the foliage. The eastern part of the garden, overlooking the Louvre, offers a lot of flowered lawns and a very pleasant pond decorated with a fontaine. Let's walk westward on the powdery lanes. This is where sits the Orangerie Museum, that is a must-see for Impressionist paintings lovers. There's a great chance you'll have to wait in line though. The museum is most famous as the permanent home of 8 large water lilies murals by Claude Monet that he donated a few years before his death. Each of them 2 meters high and spanning 91 meters in length in total, these 8 paintings are arranged in 2 oval rooms which form the infinity symbol. There are also other paintings by Monet here. And many other artists like Pissarro, Picasso, Modigliani, or Matisse. We will conclude our enchanting discovery of the Louvre Opéra neighborhood at the Place de la Concorde, where the majestic obelisk, ornate fountains, and the grandeur of this historic square provide a fitting finale to our exploration of the city's iconic landmarks.